Good morning, everybody. This is Stephen here, Stephen Stubbs, the presenter of the show. And what is the show? The show is Stephen's Online Breakdown. And we are here together online, November 5th, 2024. It's a Tuesday here in the Western Hemisphere. And it's still Tuesday in the Eastern Hemisphere, I believe, for another couple hours. Maybe in the Pacific, in the middle of the Pacific, it's already Wednesday. That's something we can check in a moment. So, hope everyone's doing well out there in the online world. So today we're going to talk about. Well, if you joined me yesterday, there's no one watching the show at the moment, so I'm just talking to myself. But it's all practice, you know. It's all practice. The more you talk, the more you learn. So, what I want to talk about is on the show yesterday. Yesterday was the first show in my new show. This is the new version, Stephen's Online Breakdown. It's a show about the internet. It's about my browsing habits. And it's also about AI, artificial intelligence, creativity, how to meld them all together into one coherent package. And it's also, let's face it, it's also about me just talking and exploring my own mind and hoping that I can, entertain you, the viewers, along the way. And I'm also learning a lot of new software for this live stream. I know I'm well aware that live streaming. Oh, sorry, I knew there was something missing. Tunes, 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 tunes. Tunes aren't playing yet for some reason. I like to have some ambient music in the background. It's better for the soul. It's okay. There's no one watching yet, so they won't. We'll just pretend that when the show began, the music was already playing. There you go. Isn't that nice? So, yeah, there's no one actually. I won't do a recap of the show because there's nobody watching. So I'll just talk amongst myself. I might just browse the internet till someone hops in. But no, I'll continue on as if, in the old days, in the pirate radio stations, Waterford, which is my current base of operations, the artistic capital of Ireland, what some would say Western Europe. The pirate radio stations, many of the established radio stations here in Ireland began as pirate radio stations, illegal, operated illegally for many, many years, in basements and in bedrooms, in in factory dwellings. I know some stations were literally in the attic of factories. Anywhere you can get a good signal, basically. Back in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, you could pretty much set up your own pirate radio station. Well, we have our first comment of the day. It's from Rania K. Ruse. Beautiful name, Rania K. Ruse. She's saying, Dia Gwit, Stubbsy. Dia Gwit Rania. August Conisatotio. It's a beautiful, soggy, grey day here in Waterford. Hello. We got our first. I'm going to have our first comment from Twitch, I believe. Congratulations. Hi, I'm Gush. You're the first ever Twitch commenter on Stephen's Online Breakdown. You should be very proud of yourself. How's it going, you're asking? I'm going great. This is episode 2 of my new live stream show, Stephen's Online Breakdown. Paul Dower has logged in. Hello, Paul. Thank you so much for popping by to say hello. This is my new show, Stephen's Online Breakdown. We're just getting things going. We're just ironing out some technical wrinkles, and we're just starting to build a community. We've already met our first viewer on Twitch, which is a brand new platform for me. You know, I'm an old guy, so I'm not really down with the kids and their gaming and so on. But I do hope to play some games on this show in the coming weeks and indeed years. So thanks. Hi, I'm Gush Paul there. Always a pleasure, my good man. So Rania said Diaquit. That's Irish. That's the ancient language of Ireland, and I will talk about that in a minute. In fact, I actually have an Irish word. I have an Irish word right here. Cunis. Isn't that an amazing coincidence? Cunis means quiet in Gaelic, but I am not going to be quiet today. In fact, I'm going to be opposite. I'm going to be talkative. I don't know what talkative is in Irish, but we'll check that because we're fully integrating this show into the AI platform, specifically Bing AI. I'm currently using Copilot. So we got a lot of people watching. I think we have a second viewer on Twitch. The Wide Receiver. Welcome, the Wide Receiver, to the Breakdown, Stephen's Online Breakdown. I'm Stephen, the host, in case you don't know who I am. I'm the presenter. And I chose that term very carefully, presenter. Because I'm here to present the internet to you, the viewer, just, you know, like the way it used to be. When we used to go online and just have a great time, have fun, and learn, and be educated, and have a bit of a laugh, have some fun along the way. Before all the division, and the vitriol, and the hatred, and all those nasty things that happen on the dark web. This is not a dark web. This is a beautiful, bright, neon, bright web, as you can see from behind me. I've fashioned many of these neon symbols with my bare hands and the miracle of neon gas. Remember, it is a gas inside those. You don't want to break them in mixed company or light a naked flame beside them. But great to see you again, Paul, as well. Paul is saying hello again, and it's great to see you, Paul. Great to see you here online, or IRL in real life. IRL in IRL, Ireland, because Ireland's often abbreviated to IRL. So I think that's kind of funny. It's kind of a cute little aphorism, if that's what aphorism means. Don't give it a bad rap, Stephen. Okay, so Gush has... Do you mind if I call you Gush? Gush has had some pleasant experience on the dark web. I mean, I know the dark web is a place... Sorry, I think you know my name by now. I know, I'm pretty sure... I know on the dark web you can also find some pleasant activities. For example, maybe some mushrooms at a good price you could purchase instead of going up a mountain. I mean, going up a mountain in September, October to look for mushrooms is a perilous enterprise. Sometimes it's easier just to purchase them. One click on the dark web, and they're in your letterbox a couple of days later. So, Gush found the love of their life on the dark web. Well, you know what? That's a beautiful story. And if you want to elaborate on that, go ahead. This is a very open space. I want to build a very open community here on the major platforms. We're currently on Facebook Live. Remember Facebook Live? It's still a thing. Although they took down yesterday's show for undefined copyright problems. I think I played 2 minutes of a song on a TikTok clip. That's not easy to say. and they're so strict on Facebook. They need to chill out. So Gush is saying they wish they could. You wish you could go into details on how you met the love of your life on the dark web. So with the dark web, do you have to pay? I've never been on the dark web. I'm too scared. The FBI will come through my Velux window the minute I press dark. Is there a particular website you go to? I think there's something called Tor, if I'm remembering this correctly. There's a Tor browser you need to use, or VPN. I know what a VPN is. I'm not a total Luddite. But that's fine, Gush. You don't need to go into anything that you're not comfortable sharing. I know a lot of people have met their loved ones on the internet. And now, of course, people are meeting nowadays on their phones, which is extraordinary, with using popular dating apps like Tinder, Plenty of Fish, Bumble, Tor. Yeah, Gush is confirming that you use Tor and you buy them with crypto. Wow, crypto. I know a little bit about crypto. I know about Dogecoin. Musk, the Musk man himself, is a big fan of Doge. You know, if he says the word Dogecoin on Twitter, X, Twitter, the price of Doge goes up by about 10 billion. But okay, I know crypto is there's a lot of buying and selling of crypto on the dark web. It's been a tough time for the crypto world. It's been up and down like the weather here in Ireland. But I think the strong coins will survive. But let's not get into that. That's a whole other kind of show. Yeah, that's a whole other show I might launch on Twitter, because Twitter is the place for crypto talk. Really, it's not really the place here. Gush is opening up a little bit more now. Gush is not quite gushing, but it's starting to leak out. She waters my plants out front. I found me a good cord folk on deer a few months ago. It's like a dollar store. A dollar store. Would you get like vine leaves? Would you get tin vine leaves? I spent some time in Toronto, in Canada, which is North America. I'm getting the feeling Gush is in the North American hemisphere. Now, I could be wrong. I'm kind of getting the reference to dollar store is a little bit of a clue. Dollar stores, in case you don't know, are kind of like pound shops. Well, let's see, the clues are there. Dollar store, pound shop. Over here in Ireland, now I'm based in Ireland, in case you don't know, we have deals, Eurozone. If you experience some buffering, just be patient. This software I'm using actually tells me if there's some buffering happening. It's a very informative software I'm using. Anyway, she waters my plants out front. I found me a good cord folk on deer a few months ago. So dollar stores, I spent a summer in Toronto with very little money. Very little money. Very little money. And what kept me going was the dollar store, the local dollar store down on Bathurst. They had the most delicious stuffed vine leaves for $1 in a big tin. It wasn't a small tin. It was a big tin. A big tin of vine leaves, stuffed vine leaves. Let me explain that. Vine leaves stuffed with a really nice and tasty basmati rice, and herbs. Oh, it was, and the vine leaves were cooked just right. I don't know if vine leaves are cooked. I think they might be wrapped. They're wrapped, definitely wrapped in brine and like kind of oil and so on. But these things would just melt in your mouth, and you could live on them. I lived on them for weeks, just vine leaves and some tinned meat as well. I got from the dollar store and huge bags of crisps. So that was pretty much all my, all your food and nutrition needs were met. Carbohydrate, protein, essential oils. Yeah. So that's my main memory of Toronto. Okay. Well, Gush is continuing to say they can find all kinds of everything on the dark web. So we're now gonna begin the show. Well, I mean, the show has begun. I mean, this is the show. The show is me talking about the internet. And I remember on my way this morning, while I was having my cup of coffee, I was thinking about humans and how they develop certain emotions. And there was a discussion on the radio about revenge and how is revenge good for your soul. And they were talking about the dopamine levels are released when you... Okay, so Gush is now is now openly declaring they're racist. See, I was warned about Twitch. I was hesitant about Twitch because a lot of edgy people there, a lot of young edgy people hang out, and they're a bit wild, not very PC, and they're liable to say anything. And I don't have any moderators. I noticed some of the big streamers have mods. They have actual people. I think they pay to moderate what the people in the comments say. I'm not entirely sure how to. Yeah, but we're not in that position yet. But all I would say, Gush, is to chill, man, or woman. I don't actually know your gender, and I wouldn't presume to know it. But they were talking about on the radio this morning revenge, and about, is it valuable? I mean, is there any benefit to revenge? And they were saying there is some short-term dopamine benefits. You get a high off it, but like with lots of dopamine hits, it wears off after a while, and then you feel a little bit empty and a bit bad. So I was thinking about that, and I'm just wondering, are humans the only animal that take vengeance? Like that we proactively plan revenge on another human being, or an object. We can take revenge on an object, I suppose. If we pick up a knife by the wrong end and it cuts us, we can smash that knife or bend it in an act of vengeance. So I just thought, my first question for Bing AI today, Copilot. I'm not quite sure it's kind of confusing, the whole Bing AI platform. Is it called Copilot or Bing AI? Anyway, I'm going to call it Copilot. So we're just going to switch over to that screen. I want to ask, are humans the only animals? Whoops. The wrong screen is active there. There's some very complex technical stuff going on here. Are humans the only animals to experience revenge, to take revenge? Humans? Oh, well, here's an interesting answer. Whoops. Humans aren't the only animals capable of taking revenge. Studies have shown that some animals, like chimpanzees and elephants, exhibit behaviors that could be interpreted as revenge. Huh? For example, chimpanzees have been observed retaliating against individuals who have wronged them, and elephants have been known to remember and act against those who have harmed them or their herd. It's fascinating to see how complex and emotionally driven animal behavior can be, isn't it? It sure is. That's fascinating. So chimpanzees have been observed retaliating against individuals who have wronged them. And elephants have been known to remember and act against those who have harmed them or their herd. That is very interesting. I think we'll take note of that. During the show, if you're tuning in for the first time, as the show progresses, I'll be taking notes of what we've learned. And then we'll be combining that with some multimedia, artificially enhanced art. If you don't know what I mean by that, then you got to stick with me for the duration of the show. We're here till 1 p.m. live on the internet. So we'll just take a little sample of this. Chimpanzees. Studies have shown that some chimpanzees exhibit. Okay, chimpanzees have been observed retaliating against individuals who've wronged them, and elephants have been known to remember and act against those who have harmed them or their herd. We'll just take that little sample and we'll add it to our notes for today. So that's one little thing we'll add. I'm just putting that in my notepad off screen. Okay. And then in case you're just watching for the first time, what we do next is we play a few games. This is to get the wheels rolling in our brains. It's still early in the morning here in Ireland, so 11 a.m. That's pretty early for us creative people. So we need to kind of really freshen up the brain now. I've had my coffee, it didn't quite work. Sip of water. You got to keep rehydrated, keep the brain cells well oiled. And one really good way of oiling the brain Okay, so Gush, Mr. or Mrs. Gush is now being provocative in the chat. Now, Gush, you don't want to get banned, do you? You don't want to get banned in the second episode of my show. I'm here for the next 10 to 15 years, man. There's so much we can debate. So why would you want to get banned in episode 2? There's so many other ways you could comment and have fun and be sarcastic or be provocative without going straight for the racist comments. I mean, come on. You're better. Well, I don't know if you're better than that, but it's just so obvious. What an obvious way to get banned. Plus, can't I report you to the Twitch moderators for this? Not just my own moderation. There's no skin off my nose. Although my nose was a little bit flaky this morning. I don't know. As I said, just be careful. Because I'm... Hello, Rosemary. Rosemary has joined the show. Hello, Rosemary Dolson. Thank you so much. Rosemary's there on the Facebook platform, I believe. You've just joined us, Rosemary. This is my new show, Stephen's Online Breakdown, where I browse the internet so you don't have to. And we play a few games, we do a lot of talking, and we just kind of hang out and have some fun. It's like the internet as it once was, before all the negativity. happened, you know. And interestingly, the person on Twitch watching who's commenting, they're kind of doing a kind of a performative kind of trolling of my show already by saying some outrageous comments. But we're not here for that. We're here to learn, teach, educate, and discuss. TED Talk, but it's not officially a TED Talk broadcast. But teach, educate, and discuss. We learned yesterday that D means discuss. I couldn't remember what D meant. But what we do now, I'm good, Rosemary, and I hope you are too. We're gonna Mr. Gush, can I ask how you came across my show? You are the only person watching on Twitch. So was it just pure luck that you came across the show, or did you actively seek me out? I'd like to know. But we're just going to come on. We're just going to continue with our daily routine, because our routine is very important to people like me and to people like you. So we're going to play a game called Framed. I was warned about Twitch. I see what goes on there. I've been doing some research on Twitch over the last few weeks, and I've seen some very, very, very provocative. Okay, Gush, if you want to leave, go for it. Because this is a positive environment I'm trying to build here. There's enough negativity, enough trolling. Trolling is so 1990s, man. You know? I'm sure there's plenty of chat rooms on the dark web where you can discuss racism as much as you want. Why invade my positive space, man? Or woman? I don't know. Okay, Gush, bye-bye. See you later, as they say.
I just put on the telly, it'd be the chart show, and it would be like number.
Where's that voice coming
Starlight from? Or that grand piano one that I played or something.
That's me logging into Twitch. Okay, so we're gonna play a little game here called Framed. This is part of my morning ablutions. My morning routine is to check out a game called Framed. Here we go. It's the first frame of a movie. Lots of ads. You can ignore the ads. I think our brain is getting quite good at ignoring. So here is the game is, in case you ain't played Framed before. You get 6 random frames. I think they're generated randomly. You get 6 randomly generated frames from movies, and then you gotta guess what the movie is. It's as simple as that. So I think you can see that. I can see it because on a massive TV here beside me. So we got this is our first frame. So we got it's a nighttime scene. It looks a little bit like CGI to me. We got a clue here. That's I'm thinking that's maybe London. I think it's London or some kind of version of London. We have the Miss Lady Justice here, whatever she's called, with the sword and the weighing scales. So that would suggest the British court system in some way. Okay, I'm going to say something like The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, because it's kind of got like it's got a look to it of the CGI doesn't look that contemporary. It could be mid noughties, early noughties even. So yeah, I don't think it's Manhattan. I don't think it's Manhattan or a Gotham type city. It's a little bit too low rise for that. So, although I could be wrong, there's been a lot of Batman films recently. I'm kind of losing touch. So I'll just type in just to get the ball rolling, because you have to guess something. It's not even there. Let's just guess Batman then. Batman Begins, Batman Forever. Let's go with Batman Forever. No. Definitely wasn't Batman Forever. That was I mean that wasn't really a serious guess, to be honest. You got to get the ball rolling. This clue is intriguing. A red leather-bound book. I'm starting to think this is maybe got something to do with the Matthew Vaughn universe. You know, the guy who made Layer Cake and the film with Superman in it, with the private detective James Bond spoof type thing that I've now suddenly forgotten. If anyone can remember that, let me know. It's not Layer Cake, but it's you gotta guess something. Now this opens things up a little bit. So if you can't see there, I'm pretty sure that's Stephen Ray, the Irish actor Stephen Ray. Don't recognize this guy. Hold on, I can actually draw on screen here. It's with my highly advanced live stream technology. Pretty sure that's Stephen Ray. Do not recognize this guy. It's not Ricky Gervais. Stephen Ray. I'm judging by his hair and his wrinkles and so on, or lack of. This is at least 20 years ago. If anyone's got a guess out there, do let me know, because I'm stumped. I'm pretty sure Stephen Ray has never been in a James Bond movie. Well, guess The Bourne Identity. Just in case Stephen Ray snuck into The Bourne Identity without me noticing. Okay. Stephen Fry and Natalie Portman. Now, that should be a major clue. I mean, that should be a definitive clue. I mean, that should be like a shot of Christopher Reeve in Superman. As in, we should immediately think, I know what that film is. And yet, nothing's coming to mind. Stephen Ray and Natalie Portman. Stephen Fry and Natalie Portman. Okay, nothing's coming to mind. Now we can't cheat. We cannot cheat. Okay, we can't cheat. We got to work this out. Okay, I think it's one of those movies that had an all-star cast, a big ensemble cast that were quite popular in the mid to late noughties. Yeah, many of them set in London. With names like Crash or Living and Loving, those kind of names. Let's just guess something else. I can't. Nothing comes to mind, unfortunately. But I mean, this is the whole point of playing a game like this. It's to, well, not just to improve our film knowledge, but to improve our general knowledge and to get the brain working. Because it is quite early still here in Ireland. And it's a damp and soggy day out there. You'd think you get used to it as an Irish person, but you never really do. Well, guess breaking and entering, just like those kind of movies, you know, like it's not there. I'll just say there was two movies called Crash. There was the Cronenberg Crash, and there was also another Crash, I think by Paul Haggis or Paul someone, and it was more about human beings dealing with various consequences of their emotional turmoil. Okay, obviously it's not Crash, but oh, I think I know what it is now. There's a huge clue here. This character here, this cloaked character, in case you can't see, that's a huge clue. So now it's starting to come together. Now, I've seen this film once. If it is this film, I saw it once in the cinema. Wasn't really my cup of tea. Some spectacular visuals. Narratively, it was a bit all over the place. Based on a comic book, I do believe. A very well-respected comic book. Directed by the Weinstein brothers? Not the Weinstein brothers. The Wachowski siblings, as they're known now. Natalie Portman was definitely in it. Didn't know Stephen Fry was in it. Forgot that bit. I think it's V for Vendetta. I'm pretty sure it's V for Vendetta. Where are we? Let's guess. You got it. I got it. V for Vendetta. The final guess, well, the final guess would have really given it away, huh? That would have been, yeah, dead giveaway. The famous Guy Fawkes mask. That's what the mask was based on. Guy Fawkes, the Catholic who tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament in the 16th century? 17th century. Let's just double check that. Ooh, sorry. My scribblings are still on the screen there. When did Guy Fawkes do his thing? Copilot is so intelligent, it'll know what I mean by do his thing. When did Guy Fawkes do his thing? Guy Fawkes attempted to carry out the gunpowder plot. Wow. On November 5th, 1605. Well, I'll be blown away. I'll be stoned. I'll be damned, in fact. I think I know now why V for Vendetta was chosen by the game makers on Framed, because it's in November 5th, the gunpowder plot, 1605, and today is November 5th, 2024. That can't be a coincidence. And it's also the US presidential election. November 5th. And some would say today could be just as important historically then. November 5th, 1605. I mean, what would have happened if Guy Fawkes and his fellow plotters, if they had succeeded in blowing up the House of Parliament? History might have changed. And, well, history would have changed. I mean, I don't think it would have led to the complete collapse of the Protestant royal lineage. I'm pretty sure they just would have elected, or not elected, they would have installed the king's son or brother or auntie. But still, I mean, things definitely would have changed. We might not have had the current king, the current royal lineage, were German, of course, originally. Who knows? We might never have had Diana, the Queen of the Princess of Hearts, or Charles, or William, or Harry. All that drama might never have happened. In fact, we'll ask AI, how would history have changed if this plot succeeded? If Guy Fawkes and his co-conspirators had succeeded in blowing up the House of Lords on November 5th, 1605, the impact would have been profound. Political chaos. The assassination of King James I and many members of the Protestant aristocracy would have thrown the country into political chaos. Duh. Increased persecution. Interesting. The plot's success might have led to even harsher persecution of Catholics in England. No doubt, as the government sought to root out any remaining threats. So, it might have done a lot more harm than good for the Catholic population anyway. Colonial impact. England's colonial ambitions, including the establishment of Jamestown in Virginia, might have been delayed or altered, potentially changing the course of history, especially in America. So there you go. That ties it together with what's happening in America today. I mean, everything that's happening in America today, the Protestant ascendancy, the puritanical nature of American politics, American culture, that all ties back to the religious foment in England of the early 17th century. So that's interesting. Then religious shifts. The plot could have led to a temporary Catholic resurgence, but it's likely that Protestant forces would have eventually regained control, possibly leading to a prolonged period of religious conflict. Well, an even longer period of religious conflict, because there was a long period of centuries of religious conflict that happened anyway. Very interesting. I think the links with America is probably the most interesting point there. How it would have affected American history. There might not have been a Jamestown. There might have been a Guy Fawkes town. Who knows? Maybe the Catholics would have seized control of America. Irish Catholics. America could have become a colony of Ireland. That's how crazy it could have got. Although some would say America is a colony of Ireland. 55 million people there claim to be Irish. Okay. Lots learned there. Now, so that was that. We'll go on to our next game, which of course is faces. So in this game we have 5 guesses. We have 2 faces digitally joined together, not physically because that would kill them. So we got 2 faces digitally joined together, merged in fact, and we have to figure out who they are. Okay, so person on the left, I'll just zoom in a little bit. There you go. Close ads. Ads must always be closed. So, person on the left, whoops, is a male. Definitely a male. Now, what's tricky about this game is you got to figure out which part of them is male. Now, the eyes look pretty male to me, so they look like male eyes to me. The hair, I usually look towards, I look to the hair first for this game. Is that male hair? It's beautifully dyed. It's very professionally dyed. The roots look tremendous. I think that's a lady's hair. So we don't know much else at the moment. Person two is also is a female. Sorry, so person 1 is a male, person 2 is a female. It's male and female. Male and female. Okay, so we'll have a for the female. I think I'm getting Florence Pugh vibes off her hair. Now I know the face does not really have a Florence Pugh hue or Florence Pugh shape, but I've definitely seen her with hair like that. Maybe her lips, that person's lips could also be a bit of Florence Pugh-y. Obviously the facial hair is not Florence Pugh. We'll just start, we'll kick this off with a guess for Florence Pugh. Oh, she's not even what? Florence Pugh is not even in the list of options here. Okay, we'll just go with Frances McDormand just to get the ball rolling, because you got to get something. Okay, so we'll go back to the male. We'll go back to the male here. Now, conversely, I've also seen Brad Pitt with a hairstyle like that. So we'll go Brad Pitt. And I've definitely seen Brad Pitt with that kind of facial hair. Wrong. Now, we get more clues here. So once you get an answer wrong, they give you another clue. Born 1961. 6th of May, 1961. So that would make them 63. They'd be 63 now. Just turned 63 in May. A 63-year-old male actor I mean, they could be George Clooney. That could be George Clooney's eyes. You know, sometimes these faces can be merged in a very lopsided way. It can be like 90% George Clooney, or 10% George Clooney, 90% Kate Blanchett. So let's go George Clooney. I'm getting George Clooney vibes. I think he's about 63 now, isn't he? Oh, wow. Well, I must say I surprised myself there. But there was just something about those eyebrows, those unmistakable come-to-bed eyes that George has. Now, we got to guess the female side of George. That's much trickier. Okay, so she was born in 1996, 16th of April, 1996. So that would make them 28 years of age. Young actress. And that's pretty much Florence Pugh's age. I really wanted to be Florence Pugh, but it ain't. It's not giving me the option of Florence even to choose from, which is a real bummer. So I think we'll have to guess another 28-year-old actress with so quite thin. Oh, those thin features. Look at the lips. I'm getting Anna Taylor-Joy vibes from this. Very unmistakable mouth, Anna Taylor-Joy. Unmistakable angular elfin looks. Let's try it. Anna Taylor-Joy. Correct. Booyah, as they say in America. Booyah. Anna Taylor-Joy. She's in Ocean's 11. That's George. She's in Split, The Witch, and The Menu. I've seen The Menu. Good fun. I've seen Split. Not so much. The Witch. Too scary. So there you go. Anna Taylor-Joy and George Clooney got together and created a beautiful digital love child that I want to call Jake. Jake Taylor-Joy. Jake took his mother's name. Jake Taylor-Joy. He's not an actor. He's actually he turns out he became an indie rock pop sensation. He dabbles in acting now and then, but he's better off as an indie guitar player with great hair, amazing hair. He got the hair from both his parents have amazing hair, so it's so. Okay, so it's pretty much just me here talking to myself, but it's all practice. Even the smallest journey begins with this. Even the longest journey begins with the smallest step. And to be honest, this whole first week of the show is pretty much a technical test. It's a soft launch. It's a technical test. I haven't even advertised it much. It's just it's a soft launch. That's what you do with a soft launch. So we'll now move on to some general show business news, because it's good. I like to get my daily diet of show business news on the Daily Mail website. Yesterday we had a discussion, was the Daily Mail the most popular website on the planet? I read that somewhere. Then I tried to clarify my opinion, and I asked, is it the most? It's not the most popular website on the world. Google, Facebook, YouTube are the most popular websites in the world. Now, in hindsight, that's obvious. It turns out, then I said, is Daily Mail the most popular website for show business news? It's not. It's not even in the top 5. So that hit me for 6. That really did undermine a lot of my belief system. I'd heard a long time ago that the Daily Mail was the most popular website for show business news. And to have suddenly been undermined for AI Copilot to tell me, no, it's not even in the top 5. Other websites like TMZ and Entertainment Weekly or something are much higher on the index. That was a shame. But I'm here to learn, and I did learn. So what I'm trying to say is I like to log in with the Daily Mail every morning just to get my daily dose of celebrity news, because it's good to have as much general knowledge about celebrities as possible. It really is comes in handy for pub quizzes or bar quizzes. Just to have a general, the more knowledge you have, the better. So just before we leave, what were we doing there? Faces. So we entered Taylor-Joy and George Clooney. So I think we'll add another little bit to our list, to my note. I'll just add George Clooney. George Clooney. And Natalie Portman from V for Vendetta. So what I'm doing is I'm slowly adding to our list of data points as the show goes on in a really quite random way. But in a modern world of AI creativity, nothing's random. Everything can be melded together, which you'll see towards the end of the show. So now we have, we'll go on to Daily Mail. Let's check it out. Let's see what's happening today in the wonderful world of show business. Okay, so the big breaking news here on the Daily Mail Showbiz website. The big breaking news is Amy Dowden out of Strictly. The Welsh dancer is forced to pull out of competition as bosses reveal reason for backstage collapse after her heroic return to the BBC series following breast cancer battle. The Welsh dancer is understood to be in remission from cancer, that's great news, and Crohn's disease, yikes, Crohn's disease and cancer. That is a tough battle. She was forced to pull out of last weekend's show after collapsing backstage. I'm not surprised at all. Fellow professional Lauren Oakley was drafted in as her replacement to perform with JLS star JB Gill. JLS star JB Gill, that's a lot of letters. Her absence raised questions as to whether she would return to the series. Okay. Sadly, Amy Dowden, MBE, will not be partaking in the rest of the competition this year. Yeah, I think she needs some rest and recuperation and to look after herself, not to be dancing for the titillation of the mob. Look after yourself, Amy. Get better. Okay, we move on. Trying to keep things positive here. Oh dear, it's Puff Diddy news. Diddy heard on prison call for the first time since his arrest as his kids wish him all the best. Happy birthday. So Puff Diddy, whatever, is in jail, awaiting trial on all kinds of charges: racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, transportation for purposes of prostitution. Pimping, I think, is pretty much what they're trying to get at there. Yeah, a lot of his wealth is going to be spent in the next few months or years on legal fees, whatever which way this goes. And I haven't got a clue which way this one's going to go. It's going to open up a can of worms the size of the Hollywood Bowl, which is quite big. I think there's a lot of nervous LA people, socialites, actors, musicians, A lot of nervous people who went to them wild parties back in the day. Now, of course, wild parties have always been a part of Hollywood, have always been a part of the entertainment world. It's just par for the course. There's wild parties, drugs, drink, women, men, everything. But at what point it veers into illegality, that's what we're going to find out in the coming months and years. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Popcorn emoji. Victoria Beckham reveals her children didn't know how good a footballer was, how good a footballer David was, their daddy, until they saw the hit Netflix documentary, which I watched recently. I quite enjoyed it. I kind of grew up in the David Beckham era, the Britpop David Beckham Man United era. So the documentary was quite interesting. I didn't learn too much about Beckham, but I learned a lot about his business interests. And his wife came across very well. I've always had a soft spot for Posh Spice. She was my favorite from the Spice Girls. I'll admit that. I'll admit that without any hesitation. Okay. Then we'll go on to the next story. Perry Edwards puts on a very leggy display. I have no idea who Perry Edwards is. At the Music Industry Trust Awards. Perry looks sensational. And she hit the red carpet. You don't really want to hit the red carpet. You want to walk on it. Hitting the red carpet would definitely muss up your makeup and dress. Anyway, speaking of the royal family, Damian Lewis, there's a story right beside it there. Damian Lewis reveals playing Henry VIII in Wolf Hall, great show, watched that recently, wore him down. As he admits life can be grey and dithering after wife Helen McCrory lost her battle with cancer. Oh dear, another cancer story. Poor Damien. Yeah, cancer is one of those things that doesn't... nobody is immune to cancer. It affects the great and the good, the rich and the poor. They are all equal now. So that's a shame. His life's a bit dreary now. I think he's lonely. He's lonely after losing his wife. Of course he is. I suppose he's working. I remember when he's working his ass off, I'd say, to try and keep his mind distracted. I remember Liam Neeson's current career as an action hero. I remember him after his wife died in a skiing incident, and Natasha Richardson. I remember then, if you look at the amount of movies he's made since then, it just went off the scale. He just churned out movie after movie after movie, and they were successful. Taken 2, and all the rest of them. And then he'd be suddenly in his 60s has become this huge. I think he's 70s now, but he was in his early 60s when the whole Taken thing took off, and that new renaissance in his career began. And I think a lot of that was him trying to work through his grief. Work through his grief by being in action movies where he shoots lots of people and punches lots of people, mostly Eastern European gangsters. So, but whatever gets you through the night, as they say, as the Beatles said. And I think he has now found love again. So good luck to him. So Vanessa Feltz has something to say in the story just above that. Vanessa Feltz admits she used to appear on This Morning for free because she loved the show. And she praises the immensely supportive Philip Schofield. So that's a nice word of positive, a positive word for poor Philip, who's gone through a very tough time. I believe he was marooned on an island recently for some show that I didn't watch. I don't really watch much terrestrial TV, um, but I believe he was marooned on an island, and from what I from what I heard in the ether, it was a very narcissistic enterprise. But I mean, being marooned on an island is kind of a narcissistic thing. There's no one really else there, so you do kind of become quite insular and inward looking. It's kind of hard not to be a narcissist when you're marooned on an island, I think. Okay, I think that's enough celebrity news. Oh, Matt LeBlanc. If I see a Matt LeBlanc story, I gotta read it. Matt LeBlanc's stunning career change revealed, and he might not be ready to call time on his acting career yet, but he is now running a Los Angeles luxury car dealership. Boring, but good luck to him. You know, I suppose after poor old Matthew Perry died, he wanted Matt LeBlanc decided to reevaluate his career or reevaluate his life choices, because it can be a very lonely and self-destructive career. Los Angeles, the whole Hollywood machine can consume you and spit you out the other end. Yeah. So if his way of dealing with that is to become a used car salesman, fair play to you, Matt. He looks like a car salesman. Actually, he does. Remember, there was the whole meme, the whole Matt LeBlanc Irishman meme, because of the way he sat. There you go. He just sits like a middle-aged Irishman. Come here, how are you still at the funny drawings? Is there much money in that then? You know, actually, this kind of ties into our a part of the show I'll be doing now and then called Meme Club, Stephen's Meme Club. So I think we might have just found our first meme. It's the Matt LeBlanc meme. The Matt LeBlanc meme, where he's a middle-aged Irishman folding his arms on a big fat beer belly and saying, "How are you getting on there now? I heard you're into the music now." Or in this particular case, "Come here, are you still at the funny drawings?" So I presume he's referring to a comic book artist, maybe. So maybe the meme first came from here. This person on Twitter said Matt LeBlanc. That was May 29, 2021. Wow. Matt LeBlanc looks like the dad on Christmas that is happy to see you open your gifts, even though he doesn't know what any of them are because your mom got them all. Yeah, he does. Anyway, we'll look into the etymology of memes in our meme club. So we'll explore exactly who started that meme, the Matt LeBlanc meme. But I think that's our first meme for a meme club. The Matt LeBlanc. Irish dad. We might as well start a new open a new folder here. Meme Club. So you're getting an insight into some of the background administration that goes on here. Okay, so now we're going to play a little brain teaser. Matt LeBlanc, Irish dad. I'm going to add that to my list of AI data points. Matt LeBlanc, Irish dad. Matt LeBlanc, Irish Dad, added to the data points. And now there's a little game here, a little website called Pokai. I've discovered recently, and it had a brain teaser game that I'm going to try and go through a lot of these games in the coming weeks and months. But there's a little brain teaser game here, brain test, tricky puzzles that I thought might work out very well for this. Oh, music. Are you ready to test your brain? I'm always ready to test my brain. I'll just have a little sup. First, we'll go full screen. Ready. I'm always ready. Which one? It's level 1. Level 1. I don't know what the difficulty level is on these games. Hopefully, level 1 means it's quite simple. Level 1. Okay. I'll just turn down the music a little bit. Where is the audio on this website? Never mind, you can hear me. Which one is the biggest? What the fuck? What the hell? That's an elephant. Is it saying? Hold on. Is it asking me which one is literally? Which one is literally the biggest? Well, obviously this one is the biggest. Come on. Okay, let's turn down the music a little bit. What? 1, 2. Sorry if you're watching. I pressed the off button on my microphone by mistake. One, two, 1, 2. I'm sorry if that confused anyone. 1, 2. Anyway, we'll continue on now. We've solved that technical disaster. It's just my fat finger it pressed on the off button. There's an off button on the microphone itself, which I kind of forget. But 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we're okay. One, two. 1, 2. Okay, let's continue with the game. The line has the biggest shape. Question 2 here. Oh. Huh? What is this? Oh. That's an ad. I thought that was a game. I was shooting. Dear, oh dear. How to blossom this flower. How to blossom this flower. How to blossom. 1, 2. 1, 2. There's something not right here. Let me just check it's on the right setting. Yep, it's on the correct setting. Let's play this game. How to blossom this flower. How to blossom this flower. What's that mean? Huh? How to blossom this flower. What does that mean? Rain. No, I'm not skipping this level. How to blossom this flower? To grow the flower? Watch. Oh, that's an ad. Okay. Obscured by the clouds. Obscured by the clouds. You know, what? I'm going to skip that level because I have no idea what's happening. Put the elephant into the fridge. I think I can do that. Put the elephant into the fridge. Okay. Easy. Easy. That was quite straightforward. It was. Elephant in the fridge. I think I'm going to add that to our list of... Here's our list of data points. Elephant in a fridge. Okay, so the next question is, which one is closest to us? Which one is closest to us? Uh, well, clouds. Clouds are closest to us. What? Oh, I see. Remember that everything is a part of the question. Very clever. You tricked me. You tricked me. Trick question. Okay, I'm aware of that now. Once I'm aware of these parameters, I can adjust myself accordingly. You fooled me once. You fooled me. Fool me twice. You won't fool me twice. How many pizza slices do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many pizza slices do we have? 5? How can this be tricking me now? Okay, now that I know that this game is a tricky customer, how am I being tricked here? How many pizza slices do we have? We've got 5. I'm not quite sure who we are. Maybe it's the royal we. It's clearly 5. What? Huh? 6, 4, 1, 2. 8, 9. 9? Excuse me? Excuse me? 9? 9? 9? I don't know where they're getting 9 from. I don't know where they're getting. I'm just checking the microphone here. I don't know where they're getting 9 slices of pizza from. I don't know where that's coming from. Next, that's an ad. 1, 2. Skip ad. Isn't it fun to skip ads? It really is. I overtook the second place racer. What is my position? I overtook the second placed racer, so on a racetrack. What is my position? First? Wrong. Second. Oh yeah, you're still second. Ha ha ha. Of course. It is quite early in the day for me. Now you should pass the leader too. Thank you. Level 7. Slide left to unlock. Slide left to unlock. Okay. Is this a question? Oh. They tricked me again. Wow. I definitely need stronger coffee in the mornings. Slide left. Left. Silly boy. Well, I mean, this is what playing these games is all about. It's to try to retrain your brain, rewire your brain. You know, to be more lateral, to think more laterally. This is very much lateral thinking outside the box. Got you, didn't I? You did. It did get me. They really did. Thinking outside the box, that's something we'll add to our list. For thinking outside the box. Okay. What's this? Feed the cat, please. He is hungry. So the cookies are behind this length of barbed wire. How do we get past this length of barbed wire? Feed the cat, please. He is hungry. Oops. Can't do that. Huh? Word cat is also a cat. Huh? Sorry. Where is the green ball? Where is the green ball? So I see a red ball, I see a blue ball, I see a yellow ball. Where is the yellow ball? Or the green ball? So I can move the ball. Now, those three colors together, I think, create green. Aha! Hee. Now we're getting into the vibe. We're getting into the groove. We're thinking laterally. Blue plus yellow equals green. Basic color math. What is unusual in this picture? What is unusual in this picture? What is unusual in this picture? Okay, so what do we have here? We have people dancing in fancy dress costumes. Fancy dress costumes. We have people dancing in fancy dress costumes. We've got superhero lady here. We got a pirate. We got a clown. We got a girl in a kind of fairy costume with like wings. We got Halloween. So it's a Halloween fancy dress costume party. Halloween fancy dress costume party. What's unusual about that though? Bunting. Is bunting unusual for Halloween party? Bunting. What is unusual in this picture? If you can't see it at home, I'll just try and zoom in a bit. Well, I can't zoom in anymore. So, what's unusual about this picture? So we have Halloween, the Halloween pumpkin. Is it Christmas or a Halloween party? This is the thing, isn't it? Is it a Christmas or a Halloween party? It's a Halloween party. They're in costume. What am I talking about? So, I can't really. I'm struggling. I'm very much struggling. How do I even select what's unusual? How do I select what's unusual here? Look at their hands carefully. Okay, sorry, so I can get clues. I didn't realize this is my first time playing this game. Look at their hands carefully. Okay, do they all have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2? Okay, the clown has 6 fingers. That's it? That's what's unusual? The clown has 6 fingers. Okay. Let's skip this ad, shall we? Level 11. Which one is longest? March, February, or May? The word February is longest. You won't trick me this time. You won't trick me this time. See? I've learned fast. February has the most letters, you see. Oh, I do see. Catch five falling apples. One. Not, see. Some people would try and catch the rising apples, but I've already trained my brain laterally, so I know it's to only look for falling apples. Level 12. I think we'll go to 20 and then move on. Tom must jump to the other side. Tomcat. Okay. Dead. Okay. Tom must jump to the other side. Okay, so the only... Let's see if there's any hints here. Try that mushroom. Huh? So the mushroom... By placing the mushroom inside the cat became huge, or a super Tom, and then jumped over the canyon. How was I meant to work that out with lateral thinking? First of all, mushrooms do not increase the size of a cat. A magic mushroom might blow its mind, but it won't physically get bigger. So that's a bit very odd. Super Tom. And now another ad I will click skip on. Turn it off. Too dangerous. Okay, so we got a kettle plugged in here. A kettle plugged in, and it's dangerous. Turn it off. Too dangerous. So you don't want to... Do I want to cut it? I don't want to shove the scissors into the plug or into the socket. Turn it off. Too dangerous. Oh, there's the off button. So that's odd. Just that easy. Just turn it off. I think the scissors was a bit of a red herring. They wanted me. It was kind of giving me ideas to cut the cord, which could have been very dangerous. That's something I often think about. If you use a metal scissors to cut an electrical cord, isn't there enough electricity still inside the exposed cord to go up the metal shaft of the scissors and into your hand? Maybe that's something I think about. So when I cut cords, I plug out the cord first, then cut it. Why I'm cutting up cords all the time with scissors, that's something I can't explain. Just that easy, sure was. Next game. 4 plus 5 multiplied by 5 minus 2. Now, I'm not so good on maths, but this looks pretty easy to me. 4 plus 5 is 9. There, I said it. Multiplied by 5. 5 9's 45. I still remember that from school. I was pretty good on my times tables. It was just everything after that was a nightmare. Bum, bum. If you're watching, say hello. I think there's 2 people on Facebook watching now. You're part of. If you are watching this now, we're part of a very, very small and vibrant community. This is my new show, Stephen's Online Breakdown. It's me browsing the internet, having fun and learning a lot, and creating new art forms with the miracle of artificial intelligence. And we'll be coming to that part of the show very soon. We're here till 1 p.m. So this question is, on surface, looks quite easy. 4 plus 5 is 9, multiplied by 5 is 45, minus 2 will be 43. 43. Now, can it be as easy as that? Let's try. Oh. 9 multiplied by 5 is 45. 5 fives. 5 fives. 5 multiplied. Rania Carews. Hi. Rania Carews, who's is very good at maths, is saying 27. Where are you getting 27 from? Is it 25? Oh, are you saying it's 5 multiplied by 5, which is 25, plus 4, 29, minus 2, 27. Is that the route you've taken? Let's try it. It's correct. Congratulations, Rania. You win a prize, which I'll tell you about later. It's basic maths. It's a bit misleading, though. It's a little bit misleading the way it was laid out there. But thank you very much, Rania.
Accelerate our transition to a sustainable future.
You are correct.
Turn your business onto the...
You got it straight away. Lateral thinking. Okay, it's getting a bit more complicated now. I hope you're still watching, Rania, because this looks complicated. Tap them in order. 149, 80, 572, 101. Okay, so this is a bit trickier. 149, 80, 57, 11, 101. Okay, so what's the pattern here? This is all about patterns. Also, not my strongest point. Patterns. I'm not saying I'm good at these games, but it's good to good to push yourself beyond your comfort zone intellectually. You might just learn some. So, tap them in order. So 149, 80, 5, 7, 11, 101. So what's the pattern here? 1, 5, 7, 7, 11. 1, 5, 7, 11. 49, 80. So 80 is 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 2, 7. 11. 5 ones 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 fives 35. 49, 80, 101. Okay, so 1 to 5. 5 nines, 49. 5 sevens, 49. 7 fives, 49. I think. Let's try the calculator here. Finally, I get to use my desktop calculator, which is one of the most least used parts of my desktop setup. So it's nice. 7 fives is 35. What the hell am I talking about? 49. 7 sevens. 149.80. Can anyone give me any? Rania, do you have any idea what the pattern could be here? When in doubt, just press random numbers. 1, 7, 49, 11, 80, 5, 101. No. Surprise, surprise, that was wrong. Obviously, 1 is probably first. 5 ones, 5. 5 elevens. 5 sevens. You know what? Let's ask. Let's see if AI can figure this out. Where are we? So 149. Can't copy and paste, unfortunately. 149.85. 149. 49.85. 149.85. 711 101. 711 711 101. Arrange these in. Find a pattern and arrange these in order. Find the pattern. Find a pattern. Find the pattern. And arrange these in order. Find the pattern. Find the pattern. Find the pattern and arrange these in order. Okay, let's take a closer look at the numbers. It seems there's no immediately obvious numerical pattern like sequences or simple arithmetic operations. However, let's analyze possible patterns. This is fantastic. If we think in terms of digital digits, single digits, ignoring the position of the number, I don't know what that means. One is a single digit. 49 is sum of digits 4 plus 9 equals 13. Oh, very good. Yeah. 80 is the sum of the digits 8 plus 0. 80 is the sum of the digits 8 plus 0 equals 8. 5 single digit, 7 single digit, 11 is the sum of digits 1 plus 1 equals 2. 101 is the sum of the digits 1 plus 0 plus 1 equals 2. Looking at the sums of digits 1, 5, 7, 2, 11, in ascending order 1, 5, 7, 2, 2, 8, 1. If we think in prime numbers, okay. Combining these observations and ordering, we get to 1, 5, 7, 11, 101, 80, and 49. Okay, so I've kind of lost. I kind of lost track there of what AI was telling me, but it definitely is an interesting theory that we'll now put to the test. So what is it? 1, 5, 7, 11, 101. 1, 5, 7, 11, 101. 80, 49. 80, 49. Wrong. So this game is more intelligent than AI. Let's go for a trick. Let's go for a hint. Would you like to watch video? What does this ad have to do with? How is this a hint? An ad for what?
Because a kitchen isn't just a kitchen. It's a place for drama and magic. So don't just get a new kitchen. Get a Neff kitchen.
A Neff kitchen.
Enjoy the show.
Is that a hint? Oh, maybe you can write them on a paper first. I don't want to write them on a paper first. Is that the only hint I'm going to get? Write them on a paper? Tap them in order. Write them in order. It probably will say again. Sure, here are the numbers arranged in ascending order based on their value. Duh, obviously. But it can't be that easy. What? I don't know what the box means. So to get a hint, you gotta watch an ad. That seems to be the way it works here. Okay, it's the same hint again. I need a better hint. But I'm still... I don't want to invest in Van Eck. I just want to know what order these numbers are in. Tap them in order. Hold on, maybe it's a trick. Maybe it's a trick question. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip it because I could be here all day, and I've got some AI creations to create. Skip. What is the hidden number? What is the hidden number? 5 minus 15 minus 25. So 5 minus 15 minus 25 equals 35 equals minus 35. But I don't know what it's equal to. Minus 35 minus 100 minus 135. What is the hidden number? Don't know. Skip. I don't like maths. How many months have 28 days? They all do. I mean, that's an easy one. They all do. 12. All of them have at least 28 days. And
Let's accelerate our transition to a sustainable future.
Oh.
Turn your business into the power of
I think that's the unmistakable voice of the Irish actor from Game of Thrones.
Let's move forward. Together.
Well, there's lots of Irish actors in Game of Thrones. But... Please save the boy. I can beat the dog to death with a little shovel here. Ah, there you go. I found a bone for the dog. He'll lose interest now in the boy. Now, there you go. That was easy. My initial instinct was to hit the dog with a shovel, but then I said, no, this is not that kind of game. It's a family game, a family-friendly game. I can't be bludgeoning the dog to death with a little shovel. So then my next thinking was, okay, so is there anything nearby that can distract the dog? And I found a little mound. Under the mound, well, luckily for me, was a bone. You are a lifesaver. I sure am. Okay, this is the last question, I think. Where is the black sheep? The black sheep of the family. Where is the black sheep? Where is the black sheep? Bum, 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 bum. You can paint one of them black. You can paint one of them black. You can paint one of them black. If I had a paintbrush, oh, huh? Come back tomorrow, huh? What? You can paint one of them black. Sure, I'd love to paint one of them black, but how do I do that? I'd love to paint one of them black, but I'm not sure how to do that. I paint one of them. Oh, is there a paintbrush anywhere around here? Am I not seeing a paintbrush? I'm just not getting any. No, I'm not getting any hints here. How do I paint a cartoon sheep with no paintbrush? I'm right clicking, there's nothing happening here. Okay, that's it. I think we've played enough today. But it was fun. We'll return to that game in the future. It'll be a lot more fun to play that game with friends and viewers and my parts and members of my community. Because at the moment there is no community. It's just me talking into the internet, into the Ethernet, into the vast emptiness of the World Wide Web. Anyway, that was fun. So we now, as we come to the last 25 minutes of the show, we better start making some art, some creativity, because that's what this show is all about. Do, 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 do. That song is going to be, that tune is going to be in my head all day. But I want to create a new tune that will replace that. A tune that has never existed before until this very moment. So what are we going to do? We're going to jump onto an AI music maker called Udio. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to feed it some lyrics. And then we're going to create some imagery based on what we've been talking about so far. And then we're going to put it all together to create something truly beautiful and new that's never existed before. Where's Udio? There's Udio. Udio. There's Udio. There's Mio. So we're going to start a new song. So what do we want to talk about in this song? A song about, we have to give it data points, parameters. What do we want the song to be about? A song about, let's choose from our list. A song about George Clooney and Natalie Portman. Chimpanzees. Okay, it's a song. Let's write a song about chimpanzees retaliating against individuals that have wronged them. So this ties into our vengeance discussion that we had earlier, where I posited the notion that only humans take revenge on their enemies. But according to Copilot, chimpanzees and elephants have also been known to take revenge. So we're going to write a little song now about that. Chimpanzees retaliating against individuals who have wronged them. What style do we want? Chimpanzees retaliating against individuals who wronged them. What does that? What kind of music does that suggest? What style? I'm thinking maybe punk. Punk. You know, songs of vengeance and grudges. That's kind of bluesy as well. So, where's blues gone? Wait, it's all the different types of punk here. Punk. Pop punk. And a little hint of alternative. I don't know what pop punk revival is. So we'll see what pops out of the AI engine here. It's going to create two versions of that song for me to peruse. And if I like one of them, I can build upon that track, make it longer, add more lyrics and so on. Uprising of the Chimps, Roar of the Forgotten. While we're waiting for that, we will go into our image creator. I'm going to use Runway today. I think Runway is a very nifty bit of kit. There it is. I've got a new monthly supply of my credits has been topped up with the miracle of money, and I will start. Let's go to image to image. Text to image is what I want. Text to image. Text to image. Let's put in chimpanzees retaliating against individuals who have wronged them. Okay, we want two. I think 2 images is enough for that. Style. What kind of style do we want for that? Cinematic, I think. Cinematic. Let's see what it creates. Let's go back to our music generator and see what's happened. See what the machine has cooked up. So the first one here is Uprising of the Chimps. We're reclaiming the land. Here's the second one here. Roar of the Forgotten. So the lyrics so far are denoting a kind of echoing a lot of the ideas in Planet of the Apes. Okay, so the second one's called Roar of the Forgotten. It's about an ape, kind of a chimpanzee uprising. Now remember, the original data point was chimpanzees retaliating against individuals who have wronged them. Okay, so I think I prefer that one. The lyrics are much more interesting. I particularly like this paragraph. They'll fight back with force, they'll stand. Chimpanzees in motion, taking a stand. I like that phrase. Chimpanzees in motion, taking a stand. Feel their roar, feel their might. So I think what we'll do is we'll now cross-pollinate our different AI platforms. So I'm now going to take that phrase from this AI music generator and I'll put it back into Runway, our image generator. So that was what it gave us the first time around. I'm now going to... That's not that particularly interesting. I'm going to give it a much more kind of elaborate description there. Chimpanzees in motion, taking a stand, feel their roar, feel their might. Against the wrongs, they'll ignite. And I'll give it a different style as well. Let me see. Anime. Let's try anime, shall we? Cool. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. I hear you. Let's give it the full four outputs on this one. Why not? I paid for it. Let's generate that. Let me just hear the first one again. If I go back. Uprising of the Chimps. Yeah. Uprising of the Chimps. The lies. The chimpanzee crew is taking the stand. That's nice. I like that. The chimpanzee crew is taking the stand. Whoa, we're reclaiming the land. That's nice. Okay, so here are the images here in Runway for chimpanzees in motion taking a stand. Feel their roar, feel their might. Now, I don't. To be honest, those images, they're beautifully rendered here in kind of a cartoon style, but I'm not really getting much sense of vengeance or taking a stand, feeling their roar, anything to do with igniting. So what I'll do is I'll just put that into a slightly more powerful image generator called Midjourney. And we'll see what Midjourney. Okay. We'll add that to the blooper reel. I've not paid for this month's. Okay. I just need to give Runway a bit more details here. So chimpanzees in motion, taking a stand. Feel their roar. I need to give it some more parameters. Elephant in a fridge. Why not? Urban setting. Yeah. So hello, Rachel. Thank you for watching the show or for stopping by to say hello. This is very much a soft launch week. Technical tests, format testing. It's pretty much just me. But thank you very much for dropping by to say hello. Try an urban setting. I will. Chimpanzees in motion in an urban setting. Taking vengeance. Yeah. So we'll try. Maybe we'll go away from the anime. We'll go to a different. Let's go science fiction art because it is a science fiction notion. Hi there, Rachel. You actually joined me at the climax of the show, Rachel. At the end of the show, when I combine all the ideas that have come up so far, and there was one or two people watching earlier. We somehow got to a chimpanzee uprising type of vibe, and we've already created 2 punk songs based on that. Actually, let's add that into the prompt. Chimpanzee punks. Chimpanzee punks. In motion, in an urban setting, taking vengeance. I don't know who they're going to take vengeance against. I didn't give it that parameter. This is exciting, isn't it? So while it's thinking about that, we'll just listen to... The song's not ready, huh? So, Uprising of the Chimps. I think I like the second one better. Roar of the Forgotten.
Out of the shadows they rise, connected as one in disguise. One by the world they ignite, ready to take back the night. You can't stop the fight with force they'll stand.
Okay.
Chimpanzees in motion, taking a stand. Feel their roar, feel their might, against the wrongs they'll ignite.
Okay, so this is what AI has created with the prompt chimpanzee punks. Now I don't see much punk clothing there. It's a very odd collection of kind of space suits, spacesuit kind of vibe. I think it's confusing that with Planet of the Apes, the Tim Burton remake. Here are some apes just kind of hanging out, and not much vengeance being taken there. Bit more anger here, bit more vengeance, I think, has been happening against these. I think these are humans. I think a lot of this image is being gleaned from the Planet of the Apes mythology. A lot of comic books. These guys are just having a great time. Cool. That's nice.
Bright like silver sheet.
That's yesterday's music. Sorry. Let's just.
Moving a street through the trees again, like wild warriors, no time to pretend. Hearts are burning, justice in our eyes, here tonight, rise against the light. You better watch out, we're on the move.
Let's try a new prompt. Okay, so this time we're going to go for chimpanzees swinging through the trees. Let's give it a bit more detail. Chimpanzees swinging through the trees. Yeah. And we'll just throw in a little bit of a... Oh, it's done. The style I've done for this is thriller. I've never used the thriller style before, so I'm not quite sure what's going to pop out here. Just in case you're joining us, we've created a new song about a chimpanzee uprising, which ties back to a discussion we had 2 hours ago about are humans the only animals that take vengeance? And it turns out, according to AI, chimpanzees and elephants also have been seen and studied to commit acts of vengeance. That eventually then became me feeding that idea into an AI music creator called Udio. It created 2 punk songs. I gave it the punk song parameter and punk pop and alternative. I could have chosen blues or rock. I picked punk, and it created 2 wonderful punk songs based around the chimpanzee vengeance motif. I then created imagery based on the chimpanzee vengeance motif. I've just created some new ones here. Now here we go. Now there's not much happening here. This is disappointing. This is disappointing. So I think we'd have to just go with one of these instead. I think I like this image because that does show a sense of uprising and vengeance about to be taken. He's way too happy, this guy. But I'm very happy with the song, especially the second one here. Roar of the Forgotten. And when chimpanzees feel forgotten, that's when they take the most deadly vengeance.
Connected as one in disguise, one by the world they ignite, ready to take back the night. You can't stop the fight back with force they'll stand.
Okay, so we've downloaded that song. I downloaded Roar of the Forgotten, and I'm now going to try and put that to. I think this is the image I like. Well, a number of these images I like a lot. We're going to try and put them all together into a video, an audio-visual creation. Video editor, new project. Let's create a new project. A video composition. Drop media here to start. But I already have assets. Where's my chimps? Oh, I don't think, did I? Where'd my chimps gone? Where'd they go? Assets. Text to image, sorry. Okay. So there you go. Chimpanzee punks. There you go. Animate. So we're trying to animate this here. It's not quite working. This is very much work in progress here we're doing here. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get back to that. So basically, in future episodes, I'll be literally combining music with imagery to create a fully realized moving image video of the artificial creation that we've created through the process, through the course of the show. But that's something I need to learn. So that's fine. We'll get back to that, back to timeline. There you can see, there's the monkeys ready to go. We created them, so I'll get them into ship shape soon enough. I'll show you how to make them move. Image to video, image to video. Use in generative video. So you got that. Dynamic motion. Let's try 5 seconds of this, just to give you a little example of how it works. Oh, here we go. They really are dancing. Fantastic. Ain't that a thing? So now we'll just download that. Chimpanzees dancing. Okay, and we'll go back to our video editor. We'll put it in our video editor project. Janitor video. Gen 2. Yeah. I still got lots to learn here. But basically, this is the whole point of this show. We're going to learn AI together, and we're going to basically move from there. We're going to get on from there. Upload. Okay, here we go. Sorry. You know, this is all about learning. I'm sorry if it's boring for you to watch me learn, but this is what it's all about. This is what I want to entertain, and I want to educate myself. It's 1 o'clock, so we're nearly finished. So we'll put the dancing chimp video in. And we'll upload some audio. Roar of the Forgotten. And this should fit underneath, hopefully. Audio, yep. And you put it all together. You put it all together and let's see what happens.
All in the shadows they rise, connected as one in disguise. Run by the world they ignite.
Okay, that worked pretty well. Let's rewind that. Huh?
By the world they ignite.
Just need to extend. Copy and paste this. Okay, because obviously the song is much longer. Much longer.
Against the gods they'll ignite.
Okay, so this is one of our first ever AI video creations using new music that we've created. Oh, okay. So there's probably an easier way to extend the video here. I just haven't figured it out yet, but I will. I will. Okay, so we got I don't know why it's I think it's having a little bit of a problem. Let's slow the speed, playback speed. Okay, I think I might have crashed. Okay, I think we'll export that. That might take a few minutes or two. But we'll, as I said, this is very much a learning process for us all. I hope you've learned something. I've definitely learned a lot. It's 34% exported, so it's pretty quick. In case you're joining me here, and no one's joining me, but this is I'm Stephen Stubbs. I am the host of the show, and the presenter actually. The presenter of the show. This show is all about combining creativity and conversation and community. And then at the end of the show, we'll create a brand new work of art that's never existed before. There's not a lot of live streams that do that. So our video is ready. So hopefully it works. Here we go. So thanks very much. Together we created brand new art. Join me tomorrow and we'll do a lot more. Until then, sayonara. Sorry. Until then, sayonara. Awesome. What a great song. And such a great concept behind it. And they can really dance. Bye, everybody.